Hey everybody, Story 10, Episode 31, beginning Part 3. We finally got the AC working, so we and the dogs moved aboard on July 2nd, 2011. We were finally back where we wanted to be, after 5 years, 9 months, and 3 days. We drove the truck for 3 years to pay for all the rebuilding that we had to do to the boat. Ciao!
Got the AC working, so they and we moved aboard on July 2nd, 2011. We were finally where we wanted to be after 5 years, 9 months, and 3 days. We drove the truck for 3 miserable years. Finally back on the boat. This time we were going to go somewhere instead of spending all our time rebuilding. See Lonnie's book. Our faithful companions all seem to adjust to life on the boat quite nicely. They are fascinated by the manatees and dolphins we come across. They have seen deer, birds, turtles, horseshoe crabs, small stingrays, plus all kinds of interesting waterfowl. Taco, the Mark Spitz of the group, even caught a fish in the shallow waters around the spoil islands we frequented on our trips to the Keys. They would protest loudly to all the boats and people we ran into. The Nature Channel is on 24/7 for them. They even like to swim, so long as they aren't toppled over by waves. Their favorite pastime is dozing on the comfortable cushions on the bow, waking periodically to let strangers know they have come too close to the domain. We used to take them to the beach with us in St. Augustine. This is one of the only places in Florida where you can still take your dog for a swim. The Ella in Taco comes out here too. He's not as fast as Mom, but he can last as long as she does. They all love our 5-mile beach walks except for the Wah. He prefers being carried on Lonnie's arm. Living in a house with this many pets can be a challenge, but on a boat, it goes to a whole new level. Walking from one end of our salon to the other involves stepping over several dogs, some of them weighing only 2 pounds, 8 ounces. You must be careful about stepping on them. One of our dogs just loves to lie in the hallways. So far, out of the 8 dogs, only one has fallen in the drink. And that was when we were going ashore for a walk. She fell off the dinghy, not the boat. So, what was it like living on a boat with dogs? Well, it's a lot easier than living in a small space with humans, or even a big space with humans, for that matter. Dogs love you, whether you're in a bad mood, whether you forget to flush the toilet, whether you use the wrong toothbrush, whether you lost the keys to the car, whether you bounced the bank account. No matter what you do, you can always depend on your dog to be faithful. Semper Fidelis, they say. You can't really depend on a human being to be so forgiving. Here's a good story of dog loyalty. Hachiko, an Akita dog in Japan, set an example for loyalty by waiting patiently for his master from work in a railway station. He did this routine every day for 11 years. Hachiko was born on November 10, 1923, and died March 8, 1935. The word Hachiko is known in Japanese as faithful dog. He is remembered in Japan for his intense loyalty, waiting for his master for more than 11 years. In 1924, Hachiko was brought to Tokyo by his owner, Hidesamu Ueno, a professor in the agriculture department at the University of Tokyo. When Hachiko's owner went to work, Hachiko saw him off at the front door, and when his owner came back from work, he usually went to the nearest railway station and waited for him there. He used to do this routine every day. However, his master died a year later in May of 1925. But Hachiko kept this routine and waited for his owner at the station for the next 11 years until his death in 1935.
Okay everybody, Dylan here. Story 10, Episode 31, and Part 3. We tell the incredible story of Hachiko, the Akita, how he sadly waited for his owner who had passed away for 11 years. An incredible dog. Ciao!